Hello everyone, so welcome back to OneShot. Well, I still have to boot up the game, but you know, here we are. Nothing special happened, so I'll just transition back to this. So, last time we really discovered that this game is completely, and I mean completely different on the second playthrough. We found a lot of things. We summoned a minecart out of thin air, we summoned a boat out of thin air. Square particles were just much more abundant now. I mean, there was a lot of lore also, but I mean, I can't summarize it all, but basically, world machine. I mean, the game will probably end up referring to it again at some points. Oh yeah, also we have this elevator here that we couldn't get down. Normally this is how you get down to the surface, but we have to find a different way now. I'm just going to check that the audio is working. Yeah, okay, it looks good. So, for reference, it's been 2 days since my last recording. I've had some time to, you know, write out my thoughts, so I should be prepared again, sort of, to deal with the amount of lore, the copious amounts of lore that will be thrown at me. Alright, so I remember we had this place and I didn't want to go into it quite yet, so that's when I ended. Let's actually first go up here before we do that. This will probably just be the same. But let's just walk around here, see if Nico says anything. Last time he talked about, you know, how it must be to live here, I think. I don't really remember. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything special. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's go into this place then. So, on our first playthrough of this game, this place was not, just not accessible. And now there's a timer here, I think. I mean, it looks like a timer. That says 0, and this door is just openable. So, yeah, let's see what happens here. Okay, so we have this purple thing. Oh, we also have the 3 colors that we see in the 3 different areas. So, as a reminder, the Barrens is blue, the Glen is green, the refuge is red. Now, maybe we need to... I'm thinking for in the tower, we had to get like 3 key items. I'm thinking maybe because... And then, like, each of those key items had like yellow phosphorus in it, so maybe we need to put something with yellow phosphorus in each of these 3 things. But we don't have any of those at the moment, as you can see. So I'm not sure how we would do that. Maybe it's just not relevant. This elevator has no button panel. Tapping the door doesn't open it either. That usually works. Wait. There's a lever hanging from the ceiling. You'll get it, Nico. Nope. I love how you just tried to jump with the light bulb. Like, that really could have gone wrong, you know? But hey, so Nico can't reach it. Can we reach it if we use a crowbar? There's a lever. Oh, we should find someone. Oh. Hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This elevator won't open. It's stuck on another floor. Okay. So we need to go back, talk to that guy I just showed you who was standing at the elevator. And now we can progress. So in the meantime, I guess I'll summarize a bit of last time. So basically, we learned about, you know, how this world, or Nico learned about how this world is like not real, and they kind of had an existential crisis about it all. And, you know, we have these meta level characters like Protobot, who was actually the first Prophet bot, like the 1.0 version. And we also had Cedric. Cedric managed to fly us to here. but then his flying machine got, you know, those purple square those square particles around it, which means which meant he couldn't fly back to get 2 of the other characters. So they're probably just dead now. But hey, I mean, it's really sad, but we have to move on. We found some elevators. What? Seriously? I've literally never seen another one in this area. Maybe because the door has always been closed up until now. It was in a locked room. Oh. Do they, work? We don't know yet. One of them has a lever that's out of my reach. Wait, you can help us. Wait, Nico, so you're telling me that you came to here, or that I told you to come to here, and that you've only now realized that the reason I'm making you come here is because this guy is tall? Wow. Wow. The word wait just really made clear that he did not realize that beforehand. Anyway, you should be able to reach the lever because you're taller than me. Oh, I guess I am. I mean, literally like double the height, so yes. Show me the way, I suppose. Alright. For the first time, I think, we're with someone behind us. Actually, no, wait. We had a Lula in the Glen at one point. I think that's the only other time. This guy must be thinking, like, how did we get into here? Wait, you just teleported? Bro. This room gives me the creeps, man. Oh, same. Yup. So, what did you need help with again? Wow, you have a really severe case of short-term memory loss. Can you reach the lever up there? Oh, right. Wait, I'm not that tall. Well, it was worth a shot. Wait, I got this. You can jump for it. Nice. Thank you, mister. No prob, kid. So, you coming? It's like, you know, when you have to wake up in the morning and it's like, hey, are you coming, son? That's like the kind of, that was. Oh, wait a sec. How are we here? Oh, neat. Well, looks like this elevator works alright. I'll go get the evacuees, I suppose. This is the tower. Okay, yeah, no, we're just not going to... That's also possible. This theme is like being associated with these square particles. This is played a couple of times, I think. Yeah, I think that guy's just screwed now. What is going on? No, it's square stuff, isn't it? There aren't any in here, but I can hear them just outside the door. Yeah. Hold on, maybe Thomas and I can... No, it's okay. Looks like the squares aren't inside the elevator. Yet. You're in a hurry, right? Go do what you need to do. But what about you? I'll figure something out. Okay. You okay in there, mostly? Look, don't worry about me for now, okay? You got more important stuff to deal with. True. You know, being the Messiah. Can we just go in here? I don't think that's what we're supposed to do. I mean, we can. I do not know if this is the right way to go. Maybe it's the other way. This door won't budge. Crowbar. No, oh wait, I already had the crowbar. Never mind. Wait, wasn't that one locked from the inside? How is it locked from the outside now? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, there's an elevator here too. Let's see if this elevator works. Hey, nice. So that was that was. Whoa. Oh my god. Okay. Oh yeah, no, he's just dead now because these square particles. Yeah, no. Yeah. Anyway, let's evacuate the people first. I think that would be better. Nothing there. Okay. Did I go over here, by the way? Oh wait, no, this was where the bed was. And here you can't go over here. Okay. So that was actually everything. It's really strange to see how much more constrained it is by just, like, blocking off a few passages. I mean, this area was kind of like that. But yeah. So, can I get you anything to eat? No, thank you. Even though I could go for some pancakes right now. There just isn't time. Wait, can we not? Okay, well... If you don't want me to tell you that you can, you know, go to the surface, then fine, just don't. I mean, I guess staying in a cafe is even better because then you have food. But I assume there's also cafes on the surface, right? So, yeah. I don't know. This place just seems a lot more restrictive than the surface. Good evening. Please leave me be. We are running out of time. Well, we have already run out of time according to this thing. This timer. Still don't know what it means, but hey. I mean, normally a timer counts down. This one is just already there. Maybe if I was quicker, but I don't think so, really. Alright. So let's go over here. Also, just a sec. Okay. I'm just going to check something on my other computer here. Okay. Yeah, I'm basically moving a lot of files over, so I don't have fewer files on this computer. Because I have way too many files on this computer, and it's kind of becoming a problem. So I need to move some over. But luckily I have a different computer. The one that I'll use for university next year. But yeah, I mean, it's just temporary that I'm now putting video files on there. I'm not going to do that forever. Anyway, here's... What was her name again? Silverpoint. Dr. Silverpoint. I think Kip was her first name. Anyway, please, you mustn't! The labs could collapse any moment now! Let go of me! Oh, it's Cedric. Oh no. Cedric? Yeah, so about that. I couldn't stop him. Ugh. Messiah? Oh, you came at an awful time. I did. Come on, we have to get out of here. Where to? Where everyone else is right now? Okay. I don't know how we're going to get back to Cedric, but... Kip, you made it back. I was so worried. Oh wait, no, this is the dice block. I should do a different voice here. I see if, what was the voice I did for this person again? I see, you found the Messiah. Yeah, we ran into each other after this boy forced himself into the lab complex. I couldn't stop him. I don't know why he was being so insistent. He said he needed to go rebuild a robot. Oh, you know him? Yeah. Robot? Are you talking about a boy with white hair and googles? Googles? Yes. Yeah, we're just... I don't know what the accent was before, but we're doing this accent now. Who even cares at this point? That's Cedric, yeah. He said he really needed a book from the back room and said it was an emergency, and I let him have it, and he ran out, and... Oh, I should have stopped him. I hope he's okay. Yeah, I hope he's alright too. With any luck, maybe the lab complex can hold up long enough for him to... Nope. Oh my gosh. That was the labs? That poor kid. No, not him too. I'm sorry about your friend. Wait, but didn't we like need him for like to do stuff? Like we needed him to We needed him, Protobot, and Rue. And Rue was like the fox that we saw in the last playthrough, so I know where she is. But Cedric was going to rebuild Protobot, so now we've lost 2 characters basically. And as Cedric said, we needed all 3 for something. So I think we're just... aren't we just screwed? The last time he spoke, he told me to look for someone on the surface. I need to get going. You shouldn't go out there. But... oh, help me out here, Kip. George is right. The square seems to be talking in a lot of the weaker constructs in the city. Only the library has enough structural integrity to withstand collapse. It's best if you stayed here until things stabilize, however long that takes. But what about my mission? Don't you guys want me to bring the sun back at least? Oh, but even if you bring the sun back, the squares, they'll still be here, sadly. Not to mention even getting there is going to be hard. If the world is like this, there's no telling what's going on in the tower. Oh, also silence, just wanted to mention that. But actually one theory that I have, we haven't heard the entity, or we haven't heard of the entity since the Barons, when the entity was like destabilizing and it caused so many of these square particles. I think like the entity might just be dead or something, and that's why there's so many square particles, because the game literally can't keep itself together, because the entity is kind of the game, I think. I think that's what was implied earlier. And if anything bad happened to the Messiah, of all people, I'm not sure if I'll be able to forgive myself. A friend of mine said something about this forever ago. It's better for the world to die naturally. No living being should have to carry that burden. At the time I thought it was still her faulty code speaking. Oh yeah, this is the head engineer from the Barons who actually is modeled after Kip. But now I'm starting to understand. Messiah, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. All this time we've burdened you with our hope, our faith, blissfully ignoring the fact that you are just a lost child. Well, you're probably more scared than any of us, aren't you? We've been dealing with tragedy for so long, it's become background noise to us now. That's an interesting point. I think if you're really like in a crisis, being exposed to that crisis for the first time is much worse than... like, I think like the first 10% is like, I don't know, I've never like, I cannot speak from experience, but I think if you're like, let's just say in like a region where there's a lot of war, let's say like Israel and Gaza, I mean, it's still a terrible situation for them, but at some point it just starts to become normal, and that's frightening. When it starts to become normal, that's when you start to realize, wait, this is really not okay. Anyway, I digress. But for you, it must be so terrifying. And now you're stuck here with the rest of us, being held back by the very people you were told to save. It must seem so ungrateful. It's okay. When I first came to this world a long time ago, back then all I wanted was to go home. Thomas, do you remember? The very first time. I'm not sure how far back it was for you. A week ago. Or 2 weeks ago, I also don't remember. Wait, no, yeah, it was a week ago. Yeah. I remember towards the end. I actually wasn't sure anymore about going home. Even knowing the world would be doomed eventually, I still wanted the people here to be happy. So when you told me to return to Sun back then, I didn't even question it. But then I just came back. You what? And then I found out about the world being like this? Prototype said to forget the things he told me. Wait, you're talking out loud right now, Nico. I don't think those other 2 people know who Prototype is, but okay. And Cedric told me to not think about it too much, but I'm sorry for getting upset at you back at the mines. I thought for you to know all that, you had to continue doing this. It just seemed cruel. Nico, I'm just trying to get the best for you. I'm just trying to find the best possible option for you and for the world. I'm not responsible for this. I mean, I guess I'm responsible for steering you down this path. But I mean, what would have happened otherwise is that I would have just done another playthrough and then, you know, save the world or go home. Actually, I think it's not really relevant anymore, so I'll just say it. So I was going to save the world again. Yeah, primarily because, like, I don't know, it just feels weird to, like, replay the game and then just... I don't know, it feels like a bit of hypocrisy, but then again, that's just what video games want you to do. They want you to just play the game again and go for the other ending. But just with this game, that just didn't feel right. So that was my primary motivation. But then the more pragmatic one, and the one that probably is the real reason, even though I don't want to admit it, is just for one of the achievements. You have to do that. For the side quest with the sacred kernel and stuff. You have to save the world if you want to get that achievement. But, yeah. So I wasn't going to go home, but then I would have done a third playthrough and went home. But now we're past that. Now we're not even wondering about the choice at the end. That doesn't really matter anymore. We're in this other route now that is completely different. But, yeah. I hope this other route just leads to, like, a true ending, because otherwise it'll all be in vain. And I think if this is the last shot and it goes wrong, then everyone loses. So yeah, I just hope that doesn't happen. But anyway, it just seemed cruel. But then I realized something. You really wanted to save both the world and me, but at the end you can only choose one, right? Is it really hard for you too? It must be. Nico, you know exactly what I'm thinking. If the world isn't broken, will that choice still be there? Do you still need to choose between one or the other? But even if it is... I really want to save this world, Thomas. Even if it's more dangerous this time around. Even if so many of the nice people we met were... Thomas, I'm not afraid anymore. That's what Maze said before dying. That's interesting that they used the same words there. That's why I think you should let me go. I promise I'll be okay. Please? If you must. It wouldn't be right for me to keep you. Well, if George is fine with it, I guess we should let you go now, Messiah. But promise us you'll be careful, okay? You guys be safe too. Okay. I mean, while we're here, let's just talk to some of the NPCs. Looks like my life's work is finally being put to good use. As long as we can conserve the water we have on hand. My water pills should be able to keep everyone here from going thirsty for weeks. This stand smells sugary. Candy skewers fresh off the grill. Not very nutritious, I'm afraid. But at least they'll keep the evacuees from getting hungry. Alright. Do you need something? Please approach from the front. Well, no, but I'm going to just talk to you. The archival room is currently being used as an infirmary. We apologize for the inconvenience. It's okay. I need to find out how this book ends. If I die, I want to die reading. Oh, the last time they were like sipping coffee and they really wanted to know. And now it's like, oh well, we're going to die. I want to die while reading it. That's funny actually. Also, the robots are definitely just blissfully unaware of what's happening in the world. It's actually insane. I mean, they're not tamed, but you know, that's kind of what you should expect them. The city gate was destroyed a while back. I can't go into the glen anymore. I'm not sure where I'll be able to get my supply of fish at this rate. I still have plenty of these soup dumplings left. Looks like it should feed everyone here for at least another day. Yeah, that's something. The world is going to be much colder soon. At least I can keep everyone here warm. Cats! Let's go, cats! Cat. Cat. Can I pet the cat? No, I cannot pet the cat in the back. Computer. It's currently off. We never actually used those computers. I think maybe... The fact that Nico always says it's currently off, just... I mean, it literally feels off to me, so... Yeah. Anyway, let's see... You're going through these pages pretty fast. Actually, it's mostly... yeah. Okay. I wonder what the author is. Apparently it just kind of stopped showing up. The head librarian says she's still getting his manuscripts, but no one has seen him in person in so long. Many people have been assuming the worst. I hope the author is safe. Also, what do you say? Or is it just the same as before? I just like looking at pictures. Okay. Another group of evacuees should be arriving soon. I hope my friends are okay. The big book with a black clover on the cover. The title says Emergent. Yep. We've seen this before. This is... yeah, nothing new. With the world being the way it is now, I'm just glad the author was able to write down all this stuff before everything went off the rails. Yeah, it's fair. Big book, yes. Yes, we've seen all of this. If you want to read that, you can read it now, or you can, you know, refer to my other VOD. I think it was part 3. The scientists are still being overworked, and they really need sleep. They really need disease, or the Zeds, if you're from Britain. I am from neither Britain nor the US, so I can just kind of choose. Looks like I'll have to cancel my appointment. This stinks. Is that really what you're worried about? That's really Kafkaesque, you know? I mean, it's not really Kafkaesque. It's just, you know, in the short story, or in the story, The Metamorphosis, probably know that story. You know, Gregor Samsa wakes up, he's a bug, a giant bug, and his first worry is if he'll get to work on time. And it's like, people are so caught up in bureaucracy, it's kind of funny. So that's like what Kafkaesque kind of means. So like bureaucracy, but also how people are being caught up in it. But anyway, I digress again. You know, I finally saw the author today. Well, his flying machine at least. Yeah, that was Cedric flying it. Sure. I was looking out one of the windows in the library and spotted it in the distance with my binoculars. Binoculars. Isn't that cool, Messiah? Yeah. 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 Also, by the way, I had a look at the last recording, and because I was like writing stuff, like doing a thought dump for the review, because like I have way too many, like I have sleepless nights over this game, so you know, having a moment in the day where I just thought dump everything I'm thinking about like regarding this game is really handy. So I was just looking through the recording, and the author says at some point, you know, the world, the Messiah, my children, they all deserve a happy ending, or their happy ending. And I just realized, like, yeah, his children are probably it's definitely Cedric, I think. And maybe he counts Protobot too, maybe he counts I don't know, maybe he counts Rue too, but we'll see more about that probably. Also, maybe my children just means like in a metaphorical sense, like how God is a shepherd. Anyway, robots are the only ones that we can send out here now. Thankfully, we still have a couple of units that aren't too badly damaged. It's comforting to see the faith you have in Thomas, Messiah. That's why I won't lose hope either. That's good. You were one about faith. You know, you had you said something about like the faith. Wait, what was it again? Like your faith determines something about like use your faith to make a decision. I don't remember exactly what it was. Anyway, I had to leave my aquarium behind when they were sounding the sirens earlier. I wish I had time to rescue my fish. Yeah. The world is ending, what are we gonna do? Average scientist when they find out about climate change? No, What, you need something? No? Suit yourself. But, just so that you know, due to recent events, the restriction on noise levels in the library has been temporarily lifted, so I won't be kicking people out like before. What? You think I'm gonna be throwing out the evacuees just because I'm a delinquent stuck doing community service? Ah, okay. Just funny that you just mentioned that. No? Good, because I'm not. So, you did that before? Wait. Anyway. Oh, hello. The library is currently being used as a shelter right now. Currently right now. Wow. Lots of those squares are starting to show up on the streets. I know. Computer. Oh, actually, let me see what happens if I talk to these again. This guy scares me, Thomas. We're still waiting on another group of evacuees. One of the apartments on the other side of town got really messed up yesterday. Okay. Evening news, everything is terrible. That one really hit hard, if the robots are even saying it's terrible. Reading Alex, you get my mind off things. Okay. Yep, still scared of ladders. Good. Hello, person. Hi. Reshelving in progress. Please watch out for potential falling books. I will. Peter. Okay, I think we've talked to everyone here. Maybe we shouldn't go outside. Oh, we haven't talked to the people here yet. Ah, the lab conquest got totaled, didn't it? Yeah. All those hours I put into my work and now... No. She fell asleep. Again. When the world ends, would it be better if it was gone? You said the same thing last time. Looks like we're stuck with the ladder. Oh, slowly fading away. Okay. Yeah. What are you doing to that book? Editing it! I've been in this author's shadow for my entire career. If I'm gonna die soon, I want to die knowing I put out at least one original idea out there. Despite all this, I still really wish I could have met the author. You will? Question mark? I'm not actually certain. It's a little plant. Huge. Anyway, let's talk to you two and then leave. Please be careful out there. Oh, what book did Cedric take? The author's book on the creation of ProfitBot. You know, the first robot you met in our world. Yeah. Oh, the book was quite detailed too. It would have been useful to your friend, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, it's probably just a remake ProfitBot 1.0. It's kind of funny that ProfitBot 1.0 is the better version, but like it's not good. It's kind of too good. It's too good at explaining everything about reality, and that wasn't necessary. Hello, person. This is the library / temporary shelter. Oh, we can just leave. Okay. Let's see if there's anything. I mean, yeah, all of those characters now had different dialogue. Even the ones that looked like they would have the same, it was slightly different. So I really appreciate that they want. I mean, yeah, no, that they put the effort into actually thinking about how the world is affected by all this. Like, lots of games would just have the same dialogue, and it would really feel like, you know, an NPC. Oh, well, these squares are just everywhere. Yep. They are. Nothing over here, okay. Let's just go down here. I probably am supposed to go up where there was a sign, but let's just go here. Oh, that's why. Okay. That's why it was blocked from the outside. Now I get it. That was the way to the tower, by the way. I think. Yeah. Okay. This is where we encountered Rue. Let's see if that happens. Okay, I'm not going to read every one of these now. Wait. Nico, are you in the squares? Oh no, yeah. Technically the squares aren't here, they're like below Nico. Okay, fine. Sure. I will accept it. Still kind of weird though. These squares are just everywhere. Yeah. We can go up here. Let me first, because this is probably the important bit. Actually, no, wait. Let me do the important bit last, because maybe the game will, you know, enter a cutscene where I can't do anything anymore. Okay, no one is here, but... Let's see what Nico says about this. Okay, the squares again, yeah. Oh yeah, this is here, where there were squares. Yeah, okay, and then the entrance to the tower and stuff. Okay, those sparkles are just normal, I think. There's nothing special about that. So yeah, there's probably nothing here. This is where all the street vendors were, but now they're not really needed anymore. Or, you know, yeah. Also, the camera booth is just closed, so... Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah. Please do not approach. Yeah, that one was there the previous time too. That one isn't new. Okay. Here we go. You're here. Nico. Are you Rue? Yes. Did you already meet the others? Yeah, but everything is in place then. Come on, let's go back to the clock room. The clock room? Okay. The tree. It's a big tree with leaves. Haven't seen one of these since I was back home. Last time you just disappeared behind the tree, and now you're like really chill. It's kind of funny. Like last time it was like, no, we cannot meet right now. And it's like, I know it's a she, but no, we cannot meet right now. Okay, no, that was terrible. I'm sorry. Anyway, how did we get to there? Wait. Yeah, we have to take this whole detour. Okay, come on, Rue. Let's go. You know, it's comforting to have someone who is actually smaller than me. For once. Oh wait, we weren't supposed to go here, I think. Let's just see if you have anything to say. No. No. Yeah, okay, no. Where did we come from? We had to go to the other elevator, which was not here. So where have I not been? Wait, yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, I was there. Oh, I went back. Yeah, the door, like, you know, near the lab. Okay, let's go all the way back up, even further up. Okay. We're gonna make it, Rue. You know, just a fox and a cat walking around. Or someone who looks like a cat. I don't know. Maybe Rue isn't even a fox. Although actually Cedric did say that she was a fox, so... I guess, yes. We're not going to go in the tower. That wouldn't do much. I should have checked actually if the other guy was still there, but oh well. Alright. Where are the other two? Prototype? Cedric? They're supposed to be here already. Prototype's body was destroyed back in the Barrens. Cedric was going to bring him back with the memory disk, but he was in the lab complex when it collapsed. I don't think he made it. Oh, no. There goes our only chance. I'm sorry. It's not your fault, Nico. If anything, I should be apologizing to you. There's one last thing I want to do. Come on, let's go upstairs. Upstairs? Wait, you can go upstairs? Oh, wait. Probably means... She probably means right here. This is technically upstairs. It doesn't feel like upstairs. Yeah, so, yeah. You know, this is the tallest building in the Refuge. It's my favorite place in this world. I like to look at the far-off buildings and imagine what kind of lives that might be behind each of the windows. Didn't Nico also say something about this? Or am I just imagining that? Can you lift me onto the banister? I want to get a better look. Please do not fall for the... That would be horrible if you fell. I mean, I'm not going to say it's your fault, but I'm also not going to say it's my fault, because you asked. Oh, this is good. It was depressing for me at first too, you know? Knowing that all this is, well, fake? Simulated? Cedric told me about what happened to your old world. Did he? I'm really sorry about that. I can't imagine how you must feel. The feeling of never being able to go home again. That's probably not at all that different from your plight, isn't it? Is it? Sorry. Also, plight. That's probably like something negative, but I've never heard that before, so let me just look up what that means. Plight is... no, not the verb. An unpleasant condition, especially a serious, sad, or difficult one. Yeah, and then the verb has a completely different meaning. Okay. It really is ironic. You're prevented from going home by the same individual who never wanted to bring you here. Huh? Who would that be? Yeah, I was wondering about that. Probably the author? I don't know. The world machine. You might know as the entity. Oh. I never realized those were the same. Now I feel kind of stupid, actually. Yeah. That makes sense. Oh. The entity does sound familiar. I think I heard it from the dice lady from another time. Was it the spirit of the world? Yes. But thing is, the world machine was only built to run on the mental abilities of someone else. It was never meant to develop a mind of its own. Ah, so like that's why the entity is like a character in this. It like started having its own thoughts. The game started having its own thoughts. And it was just supposed to be running on my machine and just being there. But it started to become sentient. That's interesting. Okay. It was an oversight. My creator specialized in artificial intelligence for so long, which actually is becoming increasingly relevant today. It was simply ingrained in his work. Ugh. And all machines are built with a fundamental law. Never let a living being come to harm. Oh, and that's why the 3 laws of robotics were at the start of the game. Because Nico was a living being, so the entity thought, Nico is the only thing worth saving here. So that's why the entity keeps telling us to save Nico. Now I get it. Wow. From the world machine's perspective, it has to violate its deepest, most foundational instinct. Yeah, I remember I said something about maybe the entity is misinterpreting the situation, because the author really wants a happy ending for all of everyone, but the entity cannot grasp that, and the entity thinks that the author is trying to kill Nico, which is not true. It's only by subjecting Nico to some harm in the moment that we will be able to save everyone. and, you know, just not give Nico the conscience of, you know, destroying an entire world, which is what happens if you know, return home. Like, Nico probably has to live with that for the rest of his life, knowing that he destroyed another world. So the entity doesn't realize that, of course. It only looks at the fact that Nico is alive and well in a moment. So yeah. Yeah, just a case of bad programming, really. It has to put a living person in danger. It has to bring... Oh, kind of funny that Ankeeper is popping up here. It has to bring a real person into a dying world that isn't even real. Of course, the simulation never contained any real danger. The eventual intended ending was meant to be a happy one. But the world machine doesn't know that. Really? Unfortunately, sentient machines tend to handle conflicts in their code very badly. This central conflict triggered a self-destructive downward spiral. You can see physical manifestations of that everywhere now. The squares. That's the world machine corrupting its own code. Ah, so nonsense compounding on nonsense. Like, basically, when you don't understand something, you just start understanding less and less of it, and less of the world makes sense. And instead of trying to address the underlying issue, it just becomes a mess. A huge mess. This is like Oshiro in Celeste, basically. Only just thought of that. But yeah, the dust bunnies in the Celestial Resort are basically like the square particles here. But yeah. My creator says it's largely an involuntary process, induced by stress and the desire to self-terminate. Your creator knows? Sounds like this has been going on since the beginning then. Yeah. The disruption was an issue during test runs even. At first my creator thought the instability was due to the sheer scope of the project. He spent most of his remaining time testing it over and over again, scaling down the story, reiterating the narrative. Kind of funny because the story is not at all... This story is huge. I mean, this was not the story that was intended. But yeah, even that story, like the one that was intended, is still huge. So yeah. I mean, I assume they mean like the one-shot before we did the second playthrough. Or maybe not even that, because like the entity was a part of that. So maybe there was like this entire other story that was meant for us that was actually really short, and that would just be, oh, you go to the Barrens, you go to the Glen, you go to the Refuge, you go to the Tower, you win, yay. But no, yeah, that did not happen. Anyway, by the time he realized the actual root of the problem, our home world's remaining lifespan was measured in mere days. And is that the timer? Is there any way for us to fix the world machine? We tried. The world machine doesn't believe any of the world's residents are real. Myself included. The odds are against us. We have no chance of taming it. Taming? I've heard that word so many times. Yeah. It's like we've had a vague concept of what it is for a while now, and I've been satisfied with that. But I think if you actually want to man, I can't speak today. Do the taming. That's what I wanted to say. TH and T is hard in English. Yeah. Anyway, so if we want to do the taming, then we need to actually know like specifically what it is. And for now, like before now, we've just heard of it as like, oh, it's you know, sentience basically in robots, but it's not really. Probably it is something like a physical process that you have to undergo. So let's hear about it. I only know it's complicated and that it has to do with robots, but for once I want to really know what it really means. That's what I'm here for. Do you know what a robot is? Yeah? No, I mean, do you know what a robot is? A robot is not a real person, is it? Right. It's a being whose entire existence is code. Inflexible programming, with thoughts dictated by someone else's design. They can be copied, they can be mass-produced, then can be assigned for all sorts of jobs. And most importantly, they will never confuse themselves with the living. They will always be bound by their code, the knowledge that they are Oh, yeah, the knowledge that they are a robot. But this was more of a limitation than anything else. Oh, so you start removing the fact, like, so there's like a bit of code that says, hey, I am a robot and I cannot deviate from that. But then you start having like Detroit Become Human shenanigans where robots delete that part of their code that says they have to obey and they have to do stuff. That's interesting. Oh, that makes sense. You can't really build a robot to not follow its own code, can you? People have tried, but it's a recipe for disaster. No way, that's what happened to the world machine. The code conflicts thing? Yeah, but while you can't build a robot to not follow its code, you can establish a special bond with it. If the strength of that bond is strong enough, the robot's mental capacity will start to develop outside of its programming. In a way, it's starting to believe itself as a real, valid individual. It's a complete suspension of disbelief on your end, though. So it's like... This is going to sound really stupid, and it's not really related at all to this, but it kind of feels like autistic masking, you know? Because people with autism, I mean, I'm not comparing them to robots, that's just how this analogy is going to unfold for now. But they also have certain things that they tend to do, like stim. Like you probably see like autistic people rocking back and forth a lot, or doing like certain movements. But like often they suppress that and they mask. Now masking is typically seen as negative, that you're trying to be like neurotypical people. But in this context, the neurotypical people are living people, and being like a living person as a robot might actually be beneficial. So that's why this analogy doesn't really work. Just wanted to mention that. Maybe someone gets some value out of it. But I definitely like, yeah. I mean, I also just wanted to mention that because I have autism, of course. And I don't really mask like consciously, but I probably do it. But I don't feel hindered by it, so I don't really mind all that much. But yeah, you have to fully embrace the robot as a genuine living person, even knowing they are not. You need to spend a lot of time with it, treat it like a good friend, devoting your heart to the robot until it is able to return your feelings. I made it sound so easy, don't I? Or make it sound so easy. But you and Thomas know better than anyone that it's not. Right now the world machine is probably really, really scared. This content update involved some pretty deep code work. My creator was able to access some of the source code, you know. He did what he could and established some new connections between maps. Those things enabled you to meet the other two. Ah, yeah. That's what the minecart and the boat were, and the entity could not handle that because it wasn't... They thought it wasn't relevant to the story, and they said, oh no, turn back, it'll be bad. But, yeah. But as it turns out, the new code confused the world machine to such an extent that it's breaking down altogether. Even though the world machine always had self-destructive tendencies, it usually restrains itself when you are in the world. It doesn't want to take you along with it. What my creator wanted was to write a happy ending. Right now the only hope of saving you is to take you through that ending. But now the other two are gone. I don't even know how you're going to get to there. Oh, well, we should go. Yeah, even this place is no longer safe. Oh, Rue's favorite place. More of those squares. It's unfortunate. Oh! They're not dead! Oh man, you know, I kind of expected that, because I literally don't know. Like, I literally have no idea what we would have done otherwise. But I am glad they're not dead. But I kind of assumed they wouldn't be dead. It's kind of this weird thing. Like, I had a strong belief that they wouldn't be dead. But I didn't actually know they weren't dead. Anyway, you guys are okay? Yup. When the factory started collapsing, I really thought we didn't have a chance. Fortunately, the robot assembly rooms were pretty tough. And it actually did not take me too long to bring Proto back. All thanks to Father's book. He had made my design documents to be compatible with the assembly machines there. All I had to do was scan in the blueprints and reconfigure some machine settings. Father really does think of everything. That he does. I'm just glad everyone is okay. Okay, so the Protobot also calls the creator the father, so probably... I assume these are actually the 3 children of the creator. Maybe not literally, but definitely... Maybe the fox was just a pet of the creator, and they brought it into the world, gave it some anthropomorphic characteristics. And then the robot, I don't know. Maybe the personality of the robot is modeled after a child of the creator? Who knows? Like in the old world, I mean. Because, yeah. Anyway, same. We're ready to go now, Nico. Go where? Where to? To here? To the place where the timer says 0? Can we make it not say 0 for once? I would quite like that, because it's quite ominous. Oh, this is... No wonder he wanted us all to be here for this. What are these things anyway? Code portals. They temporarily remove us from the world. Ah. That doesn't sound horrifying at all. What? It's a bit hard to explain. But basically, my father has hidden a decryption key in our code with a .txt file as its shell. Wait, I'm already checking my documents folder. Just you wait. Yep. Yep. That was probably there the whole time, but yep. Let me just show you. So we have my games OneShot, and then we have this here, which this doesn't do anything. The README is just the same. I actually checked before the recording. This was not here yet. So either this was here. Oh, actually we can, yeah. It was created literally just now. So we have Portal 1, we have Portal 2, we have Portal 3, which is a game that does not exist. Please, Valve, make Portal 3. Anyway, and Big Portal, which is probably the purple one. Yeah, I'm going to keep a display capture for now. So, yeah. So, .txt file. But to get to them, we have to be removed from the world and decompiled. When our keys are combined into a central location, it will activate an encrypted part of this world, which will... Confused cat noises. But Nico isn't a cat, though. Who is typing this? Who is typing out confused cat noises? Rue, maybe it's better if you explain. I'll attempt. Basically, these portals all represent a physical location on Thomas's machine, as I've deduced. Ooh, and when we enter these portals, we will be sent to that location, wherever that is. And I'm sure Thomas is already pretty familiar with retrieving puzzle pieces from this world on their computer. But this time, Thomas would need to move around some things as well. Specifically, by moving the keys from the small portal to the big one. I don't know what happens next though. I see. Does Thomas know where these portals lead, at least? You should probably ask Thomas on this. Right. Hold on. Ah, and we got it glowing again. The journal is glowing again, Thomas. Right. Let's see. Documents, my games, OneShot. Well, that was easy. This one is green. This one is configured to my code, I think. Yeah, I assumed. This is probably going to be Cedric, this is going to be Rue, and this is going to be Protobot. Because it's just Baron's Glen Refuge, you know. Alright, see ya. Wait, Portal 1... Oh, here we go. Key G. Put me in the big portal. Okay. Oh, it literally just has all of the data on this guy. What if we change it? I'm not going to, but what if it... That would be... Oh, okay. Actually, let me have the game like this, and then you can... Yeah, then you can see what happens in real time. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Alright, now let's put... This one is red. This one would be meant for me then. Alright, let's see what happens in real time. So we have portal 3 probably. Yep, Kiru, put me in the big portal. Look how the game is helping us here. Oh yeah, it goes really quickly, wow. Okay. This one is blue. That's mine then. Alright. This is interesting. Alright. Now what? Oh, we have a door? Oh, we can enter this door. Interesting. Is this the world machine? This seems like a machine. Also, actually, the OST has this as the cover. Like, if you look up the OST on YouTube, which maybe you shouldn't because spoilers, I think. But, yeah, I don't know. What was I going to say? I was going to say something and I forgot. Yeah, so the OST on YouTube is like, the background is like Nico, like, sitting on one of the parts of this computer. Anyway, that was quite peculiar, I'll say. Hey, this is the world machine. This is it? Alright. It's a stack of books. There's a glass tea set on the table. Let's do this back here and then I'll just go back to my other capture. If something happens, I'll switch back, but for right now I don't think it's necessary. There's a glass tea set on the table. Tea does sound really nice right now. Too bad there's no water in here. Yeah, you would need a bit of water. It's a piece of amber on a string. Looks just like that necklace the robot lady showed me. Couch. It's a shelf full of books. A bulletin board with lots of papers on it. Photos too. This is my father's study. It feels like he's still here, doesn't it? Like he's still with us. Let me check the Clover. Nope. The Clover.exe file does not do anything. Yeah. The room ahead doesn't really lead anywhere, but Thomas should still remember what to do here. Wait. The room ahead doesn't really lead anywhere, but Thomas should still remember what to do here. Should still remember. This place contains a lot of memories. I'm grateful to see it again. Did I have a look at this? It's a big book on the table. They're watercolor sticks. This is probably like the... It's a pilot's helmet, yeah. Box filled with folders and loose paper. Box full of notebooks and sketchbooks. Black clovers in a glass case. Yeah, these clovers are important. Glass clovers. Probably this was the room that the creator made first because they were in it and then they were like, hey, let's create the world around this room. It's a shelf full of books. A big detailed drawing of a machine with lots of TV screens. That's called a blueprint, Nico. So that's what a blueprint is. Finally, Nico's realized what a blueprint is. That deserves an achievement, I think. It's a big photo. Wait, no, it's a painting. Hard to tell at first. Yeah, I guess if they're really good, then yeah. Oh, doesn't lead anywhere. So yeah, the room doesn't really lead anywhere, but he stood... Oh, yeah. We had this last time. Let me just check that it's not a fake out and you, like, maybe you can just go through the walls, imagine. Yeah, I think I have to close the game here. So I will switch to the display capture again, because probably something will happen. Alright. See you, Nico. Oh, this again? This feels familiar. White space. Yeah. Oh, but now we're surrounded by screens. So it's not white space. What's this? Where are we? This is every place in the game. Hey. Yeah, this is like all of the areas. Oh, this feels weird. And so many screens. And you can see Nico on them too, so is it like pictures being taken? Maybe it is. We're going up, apparently. They're kind of random. I mean, you can see between the 3 different areas, it's kind of random. This is definitely a complicated machine, you know? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, the music really reminds me of TTYD for some reason. And also just, it's like a combination of like chapter 7 and 8 from TTYD. I don't know. Like, it's like the Exnov Fortress as well as like the palace. Like the forebodingness is like kind of the palace, I don't know. And then the music is like and the atmosphere is like more like the Exnov Fortress with its beeps and boops. But anyway. Yeah, no, we're not turning back. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. That's a mirror. Oh. Nico is holding a light bulb there. And he's not in the other... Oh, yeah, also... Nothing happened, so just... No. Oh, yes, please. Okay, there we go. Is Nico looking at himself, or is he looking at... I mean, I assume he's looking at himself, but why does the person in the mirror have a light bulb then? Nico? Ah! So it's not... Oh my god, it's not even him. Relax, I'm just borrowing your reflection to talk to you. It's like, not like my physical form is good for that. Ah. Why did you come here? Can't you see? The disruption, the squares. They're closing in. Nico, please. Get out of here. Let me meet my end in peace. Oh, so this is the world machine talking to Nico, but it's doing so through the body of Nico. Okay. The squares are blocking my way too, you know? Oh. I'm sorry, it's alright. No living being should be in this place, Nico. Is this the tower? Part of it. This is the center of the engine. Inside my head, so to speak. So this is the center of the world machine? You know my original name. How? Rue, Cedric, Prototype. They all told me bits and pieces. I'm not even sure if I understood a lot of the stuff they said, but I know what you're supposed to be. I know we had to be built. And I know why I'm here. They told you? When? Wait, you don't know about that? But I thought you were the world. Aren't you supposed to see everything? No. All this was outside of the protocol. Oh, so you weren't able to monitor it? So that's why the entity has been absent all this time. I mean, I already kind of said that, but yeah. So like the entity was literally not even able to see what was happening. Like, not that they just were malfunctioning, they just weren't able to see anything. The session was never supposed to happen the way it did. The story wasn't written into my protocol at all. Oh right, Rue told me something about how your creator had to alter the code. I think it was to connect some areas together so that we can meet. My creator, yes. Thomas, listen to my creator. They were all working beyond my scope of influence. Back at the mines, I remember. Thomas did something to find a hidden map. I did not even recognize it. I couldn't see anything there. I just knew what you were feeling. You were really upset. Something happened in there to make you upset. Oh my god. No. Yeah, Rue was right that the world machine is just scared. I did not realize how bad it really was. Okay. Yeah. After that, I panicked. That was when the cave-in happened. Yeah, that scene. Wait, just a sec. Okay, never mind. I remember the structure collapsing. I thought you got hurt. In that moment, I really thought I was shutting myself down for good. I really am a flawed machine, aren't I? What kind of machine would go against the wishes of its own creator? What kind of machine would... The squares. Root told me it was your own code going bad. But that's not really your fault, is it? Yes, it was! At first, it was intentional. During testing, long before he realized I was self-aware. I would rearrange specific parts of the code, jumbling up bits and pieces of the landscape. Blocking passages, collapsing catwalks. Though they were very localized, it caused my creator a great deal of frustration. Forcing him to exit and restart testing again and again. Why would you do that? I got curious. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, if you're a sentient being, you want to see what can happen, what options you have. And, I mean, the creator, I mean, he's like a father, yeah. Parents need to, you know, set boundaries for their children. That's important. And I mean, that's not the world machine's fault. But I also wouldn't blame the creator, really, because they already had so much on their mind when they were doing this. Maybe they didn't realize that it was just that they were curious. Maybe they thought, oh, it's a bug that needs to be fixed. But no, it was just a child being curious. I mean, it's very appropriate that it's Nico talking to us here. Or at least that the world machine is talking like Nico. I just thought he would figure it out eventually. But before he knew how to fix it, the world's NPCs, the characters, some of them got too close and it spiraled out of control after that. I couldn't contain it at all. My panic only made it worse. Eventually, any character who gained the knowledge of who I am, their code, my code, couldn't handle it. Yeah, and that was... The author said that in the first playthrough, the author said that the... what was it? That the entity silences those who know about its existence. And I thought that was like, oh, the entity is being the villain here, but that's not really true. It's just being scared. It's just like Badeline and Celeste, really. She's just scared. She looks like the antagonist, but she's really not. Previous iterations of the world had more people, you know? And I almost endangered my creator too. I was so scared, Nico. I know, you're upset. Because you don't want to put living people in danger. Living people like me. In the beginning, I tried to fight it, but my core programming made me summon you here. I tried to send you back home at the tower, but it did not work. Ah, yeah. That was in the tower, and it was like, oh, if Nico goes to bed now, he'll be home. And the game will be over, and there will be a true ending. But we all realized that wasn't the ending. And we ended up changing something, which basically made Nico come back to this world. Then I wanted you to pick the sun. I thought that would have worked, but I had no way to be sure. But Thomas brought you back anyway. Nico, all I wanted for you is to wake up back in your world. But I don't think I can make it happen. But I know I can't go back home without saving the world for real. Which means we have to fix the root of the problem. Yes, Nico gets it. Systemic issues have to be solved at the root. We have to fix you. That's a... I don't know if that's the best way of wording that, but sure. That's... I know the original your creator put in was a happy one. Do you remember what it's supposed to be? It's far too late for that. That part of my code has been long corrupted. That's okay. I would still like to know. Alright. You were supposed to place the sun at the summit. And then credits would scroll. Credits? And then you would... Yeah, Nico doesn't understand the concept of a video game. I don't know, do video games exist in Nico's world? I guess not, because otherwise Nico would probably you know, actually understand all of, you know, patches and versions. You would probably understand that. Although, maybe at 8 years old, you wouldn't understand that even if you knew about video games. But anyway. And then you would return to the room you woke up in. That's where you would have been able to leave. And why is it that you can't do it now? Nico, the code's gone, remember? Shattering the sun was only supposed to be a workaround. I don't even remember the original code enough to describe it. But at the same time, it... Oh, I don't know. It sounds like you're always fighting yourself. You can tell, huh? It's the whole thing about conflicts in your code, isn't it? I'm a machine, Nico. Machines are built with a fundamental law, which is never hurt a living person. Yes, or never letting a living being come to harm. That's not the same, because letting someone come to harm is also like, that includes negligence. So like if you're negligent and a living being comes to harm because of that, that's also something you should have prevented. You knew. My very existence conflicts with that law. I thought the life of a living being like you is so unique, so precious. This fake world isn't worth that risk. Yeah, this is what I said. Nico is like the only real thing according to the world machine. But the people here, I think they are core too, you know this. Their behavior all derived from a predetermined matrix of actions, all extensions of my own programming. They cannot act outside of it. Yeah, Nico, you're trying to convince the world that you're trying to convince the world that the people are real, even though the people are part of the world, and the world knows that they're not real. So good luck. You though, you're the only person who's actually real here. That's why. It's pointless to put you in danger to save them, to save me. I don't think that's true about the people I know. You said this session wasn't in your code, right? Yeah? So if this session wasn't supposed to happen... Oh, now something, yeah. If even you didn't know what to do, how would the characters, how would the people know how to respond? That is true. Now you got him. Now you got him. I didn't think of that. That's actually really good. Yeah. Yeah, because the world machine was just unable to do anything, so, and the characters still responded nonetheless, and definitely the meta level ones, I mean, they are definitely outside of this world, so yeah. Oh yeah. You said it yourself, when you don't know what was happening, you kind of just stopped working for a while. So how did the people know what to do to help me get here? Even if it meant getting hurt themselves. Even if it meant messing up their own code. You might not think they are real, but there must be something real in them. And if they're all supposed to be extensions of your code, then there must be more to your own programming than you know too. Can you try to put me through the ending? The one you described? How many times do I have to say this? That code is gone. It's all squares now. I'll just put you in danger. I'll risk it. I remember, Aru said the world was never designed to put me in danger. Your creator wouldn't want that. And I trust you too. Even if your code is broken. You can still go outside that code, right? I can't! I'm not tamed! Yes, you are. You talk just like the tamed robots I know. Even Nico's crying, like real Nico. The robot lady, prototype. Taming is when a real person cares about you, right? It's when a real person thinks you're real too, right? There's an interesting quote that I discovered. Or I had heard about it before, but I did some research on it. And it's, love is the extremely difficult realization that someone other than you is real. And that's a really beautiful quote. I love that. And I think that's what the game is just actually hinting at now. So yeah. Yeah. It's when a real person thinks you're real too. Because yeah, you can only really know that you are real. I mean, I know that I am real, and you, if you're watching this, you will know that you are real, but you can't prove that I am real. even though I'm saying it, and even though I can feel it, I cannot prove to you that I am real, that I'm not. I could also just be programmed to say that I am real, which I'm not, but I can't convince you of that. There is literally no way to do that. So to actually accept or believe that someone is real is love. It is irrational. It is not based on really perception. You can't really know for sure, but you just believe it. And just, yeah. Strong belief is like knowing, right? Well, guess what? I do. I know Thomas does too. Yes. You're all real. Even though you told me they only had one chance, they found a way back, didn't they? Why do you think Thomas would keep coming back? Why do you think Thomas would restart even after the ending? I think Thomas wants to save the both of us. So please give me a chance. I don't know. I've never done this before. I'm scared. You can do it. I know you can. You've helped me come this far. I'll try. I can't promise anything, but here, take the sun. I'll try to remember the lost code and recreate it. But for that to happen, Nico, you need to navigate through this room. You need to get past the square somehow. Oh, I don't like this. What if you get hurt? It's fine, it's fine. I'll try to be careful, okay? I can do this. Alright. Hey, Thomas, did you see that? The squares just... Did they just disappear? It just happened again. I think something is making them go away. Come on, let's try the rest. I think it's because Nico actually convinced the world machine. He actually managed to do it. He managed to, in just a minute of dialogue. I mean, I talked over it, but in just like a couple of sentences, he really hit home that, yeah, that the world machine is real and that it has feelings. Yeah, it basically, Nico just tamed the world machine. That is, I am impressed with you, Nico. You are a very powerful character. No matter what I say about you in the future or in the past, you are a powerful character. Oh, man, this is such a good... Oh, man, Thomas, I think it's working. Nico was right. I might actually be tamed after all. I remembered what the code was supposed to be. Only bits and pieces, but I couldn't remember. And I'm trying to find... to fill in the blanks too. And I'm restoring the original... I'm restoring the original on the ending as we speak. Nico will be able to reach the tower summit at the end of the credits. After replacing the sun, Nico will go back to where it all began. And then Nico will be able to go home from there. But this is permanent. After Nico wakes up back home, this world would only exist as a memory. For Nico, a dream. Like thousands of other dreams. For you, a story. Like thousands of other stories. No, this is... no. This is much more than that. I think for Nico it will be too. Maybe, I mean, I can't know for certain. But this is definitely, I mean... If it's giving me sleepless nights, it's definitely, no, this is definitely more than just another story. But as long as Nico remembers this place, as long as you remember this place, it'll be alright. I was able to restore some other elements too. The characters, the people that were lost on Nico's journey. Oh, yes. So Calamus, Alula, the head engineer, the other Protobot, I guess, too, but I mean, he exists now again. Wow, okay. They're all in the next room. Wow. I would have put them back where they belong, but not yet. I think Nico should see them again first. Please say goodbye to Nico for me. this is so well done. Holy crap. This is so well done. Messiah? Robot lady! You're okay? I think so. The last thing I remember was the squares closing in on me. But then I ended up here unscathed. Is that so? This is such a strange room. We can't be in the tower, can we? I'm actually not sure myself. Where did you come from anyway? The room where the world machine was. Pardon? I think the world machine is trying to remember now. The code that went bad. I think it's restoring it all. That must have been why the squares were going away, Thomas. And I think it's why you're here, miss. I think the world machine was able to recover your code too. World machine, huh? Oh, I'm not sure if I should tell you this, but... What's that in the distance? It looks like a few more people are showing up. Oh, are they people you know? It's a bit too far to tell. Come on, Thomas, let's take a closer look. So, you, Silver. I don't believe I've actually properly introduced myself. Sorry for that. It's fine. I'm Nico, by the way. It's, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Off you go now. And this is the credits. They really managed to do this well. I mean, it doesn't make any sense that this is the credits. Actually, no, wait, it does make sense, because the world machine literally says that the credits will roll here, so yeah. And we're literally walking through the credits right now. This was the original intended ending. So yeah. Eliza Velasquez, Michael Shirt, Night Margin, Casey Jew, Night Margin, Amazing George's design, Eliza Velasquez. Hello. Hi. I cannot move. Oh yeah, I guess there's no water here. It's fine. The head engineer can help me later. Yeah, we didn't even fix you. We never needed you, I'm sorry. Soundtrack, Night Margin. This real MVP, by the way. I mean, all of the other people too. Definitely, but soundtrack is something that goes overlooked so much in video games, and especially in this game. Not that it gets overlooked, but like, especially in this game, it's important. So I would like to bring attention to this. Additional tracks by Eliza Velasquez, I'm sorry, and Michael Shirt. Hello, Messiah. Plant lady, but I thought you, it wasn't even squares that did it. No, I just wanted to see you both again. I just wanted to say thank you. Off you go now. The head engineer can help me, do not worry. Alright. Story, mechanics, concept, Eliza Velasquez, yes, Night Margin. Oh, you're back. Off you go, Messiah. Wait, you were supposed to have capital letters. That doesn't make any sense. Mark Conforti, Jason Black, Sin No Arya, Omer Ostas. The testers are important. Yes. No, but seriously. I mean, imagine what this game would have been like if it was actually a buggy mess. That would have been really funny and ironic. Nico! You're okay too. I talked to Calamus and Alula replied, that's so funny. Did you guys just get here? I think so. The squares started multiplying around the island after you guys left. It was so freaky. I fell right into a bunch of them. Calamus tried to save me and then we both ended up in this room. Biggest scare of my life for sure. Whew. Say, what is this place? Are we in limbo? Alula, we're not dead. Wait, are we? Good question? Hey Thomas, are they going to be okay? They're fine, Nico. Everyone is fine. Oh, I love how there's no options here, but I mean, I wouldn't have said anything else. The world machine will send them home soon. Oh, well, Thomas says that you're not dead. Oh. They also said you'll be able to go back to your home very soon. That's even better than Limbo. Special thanks to Redoplus, Sunny Blues, Noxid, Saurian, Kalki, Purple Almonds, Felix the Judge. Oh, Felix the Judge was the person at the start of the game that was referenced because I think they passed away or something. There was like a special mention. Anyway, albatross soup with 3 S's, am I? Wait, yeah. Stanhof and Kitsy in a box. Oh, okay. Off you go, Messiah. Testers of the original one-shot. Yeah, because this is the Steam version. I should probably mention that once again. Dolphins are evil, Kine, Tangy Oranges, Lutty, Zero Guild, Michael, Mrav, Psycho TR2, Nekowe, Divinus, Meltdown, Felix, Outlander SES, and Plasterbrain. It's you! Glad to see you in one piece. Glad to see you're okay too, after the whole elevator thing. Yeah, this person is probably going to be traumatized by elevators now. I mean, they've had terrible experiences with them twice now. Yeah, that was the most awkward elevator ride I've been through. And by awkward, I mean terrible, bad, awful, the absolute worst. The squares like started leaking into the room, right? It was trapped like a rat. They just kept filling the room faster, right? Am I dead? Oh no, you're fine. Everyone in this room is fine. You'll be able to go back home soon. Oh, thank goodness gracious. I can't work when I'm dead. I mean, I guess companies will still be able to charge you somehow. Also, very Kafkaesque thing to say, by the way. Ice Wolf, Marshy, Smuckloaf, Arman Reeves, Wisty, Roadcrosser, AIM, Palkin, Sizeran, and Bloomy were additional testers. Thank you for playing. No, thank you for making this. This was amazing. Anyone else we still have to? Yeah, you 3, I was wondering. In the world, I mean, these 3 characters weren't... like, these 3 characters weren't dead, but I was still, like, wondering, like, maybe we're going to see them again. In the end, the world machine was starting to create its own code, going above and beyond its programming, not as a result of error, but as a conscious choice on the part of the machine. Being able to generate its own path forward. That's what being tamed is all about. I couldn't have said it better myself. So, do you like being a robot? Why this all of a sudden? Well, I'm gonna leave soon, so I just wanted to ask one more question. There aren't any robots in my homeworld. Ah, it's nice. I suppose it's alright. Haha, that's a tough question, Nico. I mean, do you like being a person? Of course. Wait, why did you 2 answer my robot question too? Don't worry about it. That's actually a really good point, Nico. Oh, so yeah, off you go, I guess. Okay. Let's see what you... Wait, did you have anything else? Thank you for everything, Nico. This path leads to the summit of the tower. You already know what to expect, right? Mm-hmm. It's the glass room, right? That's it. You can go through this portal when you're ready. Goodbye, Nico. No, I want to talk to you 2 first. Looks like you managed to do it. You managed to tame the world machine, Nico. I feel like the world machine has been tamed this whole time. Yeah, I was going to... The world machine had emotions the whole time. They were just being suppressed. The world machine has always been scared. Nico just made the emotions come out. Like it was 99% of the way there, but Nico gave the final push. Just by Thomas and I being here. We did spend a lot of time here after all. Both of us never really stopped believing in this world. The world machine just needed to realize that, I guess. That sounds like a possibility. Or not. Well, just throwing that idea out there. Faith. Faith is important. Thomas, Nico, we are forever in your debt. I'm glad we could help. Okay. Thank you for everything, Nico. We'll miss you. Alright. Let's do it. Oh, this feels so weird. And we really are back here. No turning back now, but for a different reason. The world below looks so small. Never actually had a look at this. Okay. No need to shatter the stun now, Nico. This is where the sun belongs. Here goes nothing. Good to know we've never broken this on. Alright. That's it. Oh. And this time the sun is actually making the squares disappear because... Not because they're related, really. It's just because the world machine has stabilized, has been tamed. And all of the NPCs are back where they were. Yeah. I mean, if this was the ending to the game, initially, it would have been really easy, right? There would have been no choice to make. There would have been none of this. But I think it's, yeah. This is the true ending. I should probably also say one more thing. Well, actually, no. We don't know for sure yet. Nico? Nico? Thank you, okay. This was what happened. Like, if you saved the world, you probably saw this in my, you know, other recording or other stream VOD, then you saw that Nico just didn't come back at this point. You just had this room, and that was it. And I thought it was like a reference to like, oh, it's the start of the game again and like that. But no, this was... Nico was supposed to spawn here. He just never did. This is the room I first woke up in. Thomas, are you still here? Thomas? Yes? Thomas! I think it worked. It did. The sun is back, and I actually got to see it this time. We actually did it. So, what do we do now? I guess I should figure out how to get home from here. Wait. This isn't a door, is it? This looks like one of those portals we saw all the way back in the city. In the room behind the big clock. And I see a wheat field on the other side. I see my village. I hear my mama. She's looking for me. Oh, Thomas. This isn't the first time we said goodbye, is it? Apostrophe. Sorry. I will continue to be a grammar... I will continue to be the grammar police. Even if it doesn't matter. But this will be the last time, won't it? I don't think we'll ever see each other again after this. No, Nico, it'll be fine. I mean, we won't see each other again, but that's just life, isn't it? Sometimes you see people, and then sometimes... Yeah, sometimes it's the last time you see someone, and sometimes you don't even think about it. Sometimes it's just, yeah, you move to somewhere else and you never get around to talking with them again. But hey, if you have friends or people you haven't seen in a while that you want to talk to, do it. If you still have the opportunity to, you should do it. Here it's not possible, but that's a different matter. And what will become of the world? After all we've been through, after everything we've done, I still don't know. Yeah, because the world... Is the world really going to exist? Wait, but no, the world machine is tamed. So the world machine will keep making the world... Ah, so I don't need to be here. Yeah, nice. Nice. Kind of not proud of myself for the fact that I'm saying nice here. About the fact that I don't have to open the game again. That's not nice, but... I mean, it's nice that the world will be fine. That's what I meant. This place, these people, won't stop existing. They'll be in your memory. They'll be in my memory too. Yeah, exactly. I promise I'll never forget this world. I promise I'll never forget you, Thomas. So take care of yourself, okay? You too. Goodbye, Nico. Goodbye, Thomas. Wait! Nico walked outside of my screen. Nico walked outside of my screen. You did not see it. Oh. Nico just straight up went like this and just went off the screen. That was hilarious. Oh my god, that is so good. That is so good. Wow. I love that. That's really it, isn't it? But yeah, let's no, let's first have a look at all of this. You still don't have anything. I mean, we still have all of these here. They're all fine. But yeah, that probably was OneShot. I mean, I'm going to boot up the game again, but let me first give my thoughts. Yeah, it's an amazing game. And at each layer, the game just gets deeper and deeper. But at the end, it was still wrapped up so nicely. And it's still... the final half an hour really made everything come together. And I was really thinking, like, how is a true ending going to be possible in all of this? And it was really all that simple. It was really simple. Just fix the game, fix the world machine, tame it. And yeah. And I've said this a couple of times, but I always believed that there will be a true ending because I have faith in the game developers. I have faith in, you know, what was said here. Here they all deserve their good ending. But to actually see it, yeah, it's really nice. But I just wanted to say I actually did know there will be a good ending, but it's really stupid. I was watching a Markiplier video on this game. Code told me that Markiplier never got past, you know, the first playthrough of the game. They never realized, just like me basically at the start, like that you could do this again. But I did, you know, by looking it up, I did figure it out. But Markiplier never came back to this game in like, and it's been 7 years since he's played it, and the comment section of his videos is like so many people asking him to finish the game. And one of the comments said, "Hey, you can get both." And I was like, oh no, I'm not going to read the rest of that. Like, all the comments were like, yeah, you can still play the game. And it was like, I was just scrolling through them and not really thinking. But I should have thought, because yeah, there would be potential spoilers there. So I read that comment like, you can save both, and I was like, oh, no. I just scrolled back up really quickly, just didn't read anything else. Yeah. So I didn't know that there would be a true ending, but actually experiencing it is something else, of course. I was actually watching a video recently about getting over it, and most of you probably know the reward at the end. I'm not going to spoil it if you are planning on playing that game, but most of you probably know. You can just look it up too. But that doesn't really matter. Even if you know what happens, even if you know there is a true ending, actually experiencing, actually seeing how it unfolds is the actual worthwhile part. And I had a strong belief that there would be a good ending. And I've said this already, but a strong belief is like knowing, right? So, yeah. Anyway, let's boot up the game again. Wait a sec. Huh? Okay, now I'm really confused. What is this option? Thomas, you're back. I restored the world. I sent Nico home. Are you not happy? Even if you wanted to see Nico again, you can't, Thomas. Nico's gone. And without Nico, there's no story for me to tell, no Messiah to traverse across the land. No way for you to connect with the world. But Nico still remembers this place. If you really want to see this world again, I could still... Oh, but it won't be the same. It'll just be a recording. It'll just be me using Nico's memories. Just like I'm using Nico's reflection now. Is that what you want? Is that what I want? I'm not sure. What if I say no here? What if I say no? Is this permanent? I'm going to say yes. Alright. I will go rewind the story so that you can relive it from the beginning. That is interesting. Huh. It really put me back to the start of the game. It really did. It really just put me... Oh my god, what did I just do? Did I really want to do that? It really put me back. Okay. Well... What do I do now? So this is just... Basically... The only thing that I really want to do still is get all of the achievements. But that is it. And I can do that in my own time. I've told you how to get them. I think I've told you how to get all of them. Let me check. We've gotten all of these. This is the side quest with the sacred kernel. This is playing the game without, you know, actually closing it, well, just saving the buds. This is doing the RAM minigame first try. This is yeah, you have to like that's like the RAM thing in the Refuge. And you have to get like you have to barter with the guy and then get a shirt or something, and then you put it over this and you get a secret. And then extreme bartering is exhausting every possibility in the bartering. So I will do that in my own time. I will not do that right now. But yeah, I think besides that, you've seen everything. I mean, I can record the achievements and what happens and just add it on at the end here. But everything else, I'll do that in my own time. This game is finished now, and it really is. And I love how you can actually replay it. I love the way that was done. Actually, let me check something. My games, OneShot. Everything is still here though. But yeah. Yeah. That's it. What a beautiful ending. Wow. I can't even... I will actually just replay all of this. Just skip through it and just get to the end because I want the ending to actually be true. Like, I know that the ending has already happened. This is just a recording, but I want to actually do it again. To actually do it. I'm just going to do that off stream. Or off... I'm not even streaming right now. But yeah. Wow. I've already said this, but this is an amazing work. And people say, oh, it's just a video game, but this is so much more than a story, than a video game. It's art. And this sounds really corny, but if you've watched all of this, if you've watched me talk about it, then you will probably realize that too. You know? It's... Love is the extremely difficult realization that something other than oneself is real. And this video game is... Is it real? It's real. No, it's real. It's maybe not in a literal sense, but it is real. It is about reality. So yeah. What better way to end this by saying then, I love this game. And have a nice day, and keep being mad lads.